But let's break down the chords. So the chords are pretty simple. All right, so let's break them down sound by sound, starting with the main one. So this main one. So first of all, the brilliance of this part is in the actual chord progression itself. The sound's dope, but like there's a lot of times that I've been like searching for, you know, how did they make that sound so warm and amazing? And it really just was an amazing chord progression with like a pretty basic sound. This main sound I was working with really quickly, and it's just, I took this preset in Silent, and it was more of like a key pattern, and I just opened it up and give you a glimpse of what it is. This preset is just, yeah, so this is just like this key icicle preset. I'll show you what it's like actually before I messed around with it. This is the shit that everyone wants to know, how you made those chords. So let's go. There you go. I think it's in 3. Key icicle. Is it key? Yeah. So I was just flicking through presets and I found this one. Doesn't sound that dope when it's on its own. You would have never guessed that, but you know, I had those chords and I went. And so I know it's open. It's a little too soft. Throw the sustain up. Take the release off. Take that delay off. Bring the reverb. I've definitely threw some EQ on it. Maybe too good. Nah, it's too much high end. Nah, it's too much. I think there's a little bit more release than that. That's not exactly it, but this is what it does. That's pretty close. There, yeah, that's pretty close. So yeah, it's basically what I did. I think I would have taken some bass out of the EQ on this other one. But that's the primary sound. So those chords are already doing a lot, like. Sounds pretty basic though on its own. One thing that I learned, I feel like from watching like Avicii's tutorials is what he does to make his stuff sound bigger is he adds like other melodies. It's not just like, you know, a bunch of different types of sounds. It's not like a bass sound and a chord sound doing the same thing. It's them doing different things is what adds to like the depth and warmth and what makes the sound special. So that's just following the bass line. That sounds not that necessary. It's another like silent bass sound. And then I have this 808 bass sound that I made in Massive. But that one goes da 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 da, and that kind of adds to the depth of these songs. So when the top chords are kind of coming down, that one's starting low, going up, and then they meet together in the middle. And I feel that that's like what makes it sound so big and gives it that awesome bounce. And that's all that's going on here. There's this one sound here, this Nexus sound. This is like an afterthought. It's kind of like sine wave, siren type thing that goes over the whole track. And that just kind of, it's like the sound kind of happens up here and just adds to the whole like spacing of this part. You never hear it though. Okay. And then remember that kickstart thing I told you about? I went a little crazy with it on this. And so this has a side chain that's side chaining every quarter note. A lot of side chains usually are programmed to follow the kick. This one's not. It's programmed just to follow like the downbeat of the song, which I think is cool because the kick pattern is still doing its own pattern and it's not hitting on every like 1, 2, 3, 4. So not hitting on every quarter note. So yeah. So it's still side chaining even when the kick's not hitting, which is cool. That's like where the real bounce comes from.